Hi guys, I'm Adam from Car Enhancement UK and I'm back again with the MK8.5 Fiesta ST. Today we're installing an Airtec front mount intercooler. So I'm not going to bore you to tears as to what an intercooler does, why you need one, because I think if you're watching this video you've already decided that you do need one. But the black and white of it, it's a bigger cooler, it's going to allow more air to get where it needs to go in a colder temperature and work better for the car when it's tuned. It's as simple as that. The benefits to the Airtec intercooler is with it being a full metal core, you're not going to have the same issues that you're going to have with a stock intercooler, which is where the plastic can separate from the metal. And because it's got a larger surface area, it's going to allow more air to pass through it and also more cooling to hit the surface and cool the air down. So on the top of the car, to get the bumper off, you need to take the headlights out. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. But you've got this screw and this screw here. They're both T30. You've got a plastic clip on either side. And then you've got 6 of these 10mm socket heads. If you want to take all of them out. Now, something that I get asked all the time is how do you take the headlights out on a Mark 8? They're absolutely horrible. But here you go, here's a quick way of doing it. So the first thing that you're going to do is take the plug out on the back. So you just squeeze that and push it together. You're going to make sure that this is loose. So if you're not taking the bumper off, just make sure that you take these screws out of the top of the bumper. Next thing you're going to do is lift the light at the bottom, just so it gets a bit of wiggle. You're going to squeeze your fingers underneath there. And you're going to lift it whilst sliding it in towards the car. And they're very stubborn. And you just see it moves there. Make sure that all the clips are out of the way. And out she comes. Easy as that. Okay, so next we've got 6 little plastic screws underneath. You've got one there, 2 in the middle, 1 there, and 1 there. They're little plastic clips, so if you get a posi-drive screwdriver, just remember that as you're turning it outward, just make sure that you drop the screwdriver just so that they come out. Right, so now what you need to do, once you've taken your wheels off, you've done the top of the bumper, you've done the bottom of the bumper, in the inner wheel arch, you've got a 10mm there, 10mm there, 10mm there, and a 10mm there. You might get away without doing that one. Just take these off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to peel this back, and there's a screw just inside there, but I'll come back to that. Right, so as suspected, I didn't need to take that one out. What I was just saying about the bolt up here, if you just look up there, you can see another 10mm bolt. If you take that out on both sides. Right, so we've now taken all the screws out of the top. We've done all the 6 plastic clips on the bottom. We've done 3 10mm screws inside the wheel arch, and then that further one underneath the wheel arch liner. Now we're pretty much ready to remove. I've already done the other side, but all you've got to do is grab this top and bottom, and it just pulls out of there. Simple as that, okay? Try not to bend it or crease it. Now this bumper should pretty much lift off. Just give it a little bit of a tug, and away you go. That's an easy bumper to take off. So there you have it. That is the bumper on the floor. And as you can just see there, that's the standard intercooler. Okay, so we're now going to go ahead and see what we can do. Right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take off this cowling. To do that, just inside this section here, there's a screw, plastic clip screw at either side. All we're going to do is we're going to take the plastic clip screw out, and then these just literally lift off. So I'm going to do that now. So to remove the intercooler hoses, it's really simple. You just need a flathead screwdriver. All you're going to do, tuck the flathead screwdriver in between the metal clip and the hose. You're going to twist it to disengage it. Move it backwards just so it's out of the way. And then we're going to pull the hose off. Okay. Once you've done that, make sure that the clip goes back into its little slot. Now the actual intercooler itself is really easy. If you just look there on top of each end tank, there's just an 8mm bolt, and all we're going to do, take that out I've already taken the one out of the other side, so as you can see it's now falling away, and it literally lifts out. Right, so now I've taken the intercooler off. This is actually a lot easier. There were just 2 tabs under there. So literally 4 tabs on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 on the bottom, away she goes. You're not going to need that again. Now for the Airtec intercooler, Airtec are recommending that you remove this, and the reason being is the height of the intercooler comes over this a little bit, so you can't fit it with this on. Now this is really simple to remove. There's a clip there and a clip there, a little plastic clip. Once you've undone that, this just lifts away. The only thing that you've got to do before that is just remove this sensor that's just underneath, and it's just as simple as giving it a pull, a little bit of a pull there, just so it's out. Obviously be careful not to damage it. So then once you've took that other screw out, just take this last one out as well, and I like to just give them a little bit of a twist with a small screwdriver and then pull, and as you can see that's now come away as well. And like I say, Airtec is saying that you don't need to keep this on for their intercooler. Now be mindful that other intercoolers on the market, such as short height ones, the Revo intercooler and other brands, may still keep that on. So don't feel that you have to take that off if you're not installing an Airtec intercooler. Right, so next up we're going to remove these 10mm bolts either side of the radiator. Just pop them aside. These are going to be reinstalled later on when you put your intercooler back on, so don't lose them too. Right, so the next bit, just before we put the intercooler on, just remember this is before the intercooler goes on, we're going to fit this air guide that Airtec supply with the intercooler. Now you get the brackets to install, and to install this you're going to need the nuts and bolts kit. You're going to need a 10mm spanner or small socket and a number 5 Allen key. I'm going to show you how to do it now. As you can now see, both the brackets are there with the flat section pointing this way. Next we are going to insert this and line it up just to check that it fits, which it does. And we're now going to check that that goes in there, which again it does. So you're going to make sure that that's pushed in nice. Sometimes you need to give them a little bit of bend. And then we're just going to put the plastic clips that we took out of these holes back in, just to ensure that this stays in place. Once that's done, this clip goes back in here. Watch. So you can now see that the shield is on. As you can see, we've used the black plastic clips there and the screws provided here. And then the sensor is being pushed back in, and all I'm going to do now is just nip these up and make sure that they're tight. Right, so I'm now going to reinstall the new intercooler. I've already placed the 2 brackets on the cooler. The bent bracket goes on the driver's side, the straight bracket goes on the passenger side. You're going to take the feet on the bottom and just make sure that the feet slot in to the holes that your original ones went in. And it's going to be quite fiddly. Just give it a nudge, and yeah, in she goes. Simple as that. Right, so the next thing you're going to do, the 10mm bolts that you removed from your crash bar earlier on, I'm going to move these brackets round. You're going to line the brackets back up with the hole, push the intercooler back as you do it, and make sure that they're really tight. Same again for this one. Make sure that they're really tight, and then all you're going to do is you're going to do these ones up as well. So I put them in loosely. I'm now going to tighten these 2 up. So that's your intercooler now installed. All that's left to do is put the hoses back on either side. To put your hoses back on, all you're going to do is push them onto the intercooler and make sure that the clip engages and pushes back down. Make sure that everything's tight and that nothing's moving, both intercooler and boost pipes, and that's the intercooler fitted. It's now time to build back up. So now everything is installed, as you can see. Intercooler's on, it's tight, hoses are back on. We're going to put the bumper back on the car. All you're going to do is you're going to reverse the steps that we followed to begin with, so I'm not going to record it again. I might just do a little bit of a time lapse just so you can get an idea, but yeah, it's basically put it back on and then you're going to return all the screws back on in the order that you took them out. So there you have it, that's the Airtec full face intercooler now installed and the guide on how to do it. So yeah, you're now all ready to go. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, then please give the video a like and obviously subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more videos coming for this vehicle and we're also looking at expanding and going into other parts for other vehicles as well. So give us a like, give us a subscribe, any comments leave them down below. See you on the next one.